tonight, Greg DeLanty, with musical guest Gua Gua. And now from Alumni Auditorium, here's Tim.
Hey, thank you. My goodness gracious. Wow. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Boy, what a terrific audience you folks are tonight. Are you having a good time so far? It sounds like you people have been out boozing all night before this, huh? All right, hey, did you hear about this? Have you heard about the North Carolina Boy Scout who was found after being lost in the wilderness for 4 days? You all heard about that? Yeah, lucky for him. In his first statement to the media, the boy said, "Bears really do in the woods." Yes. Lego builders in California have put the final touches on a Lego version of Las Vegas. Visitors are now wondering if there will be life-size Lego hookers among the attractions. Which begs the question, does what happened in Legoland stay in Legoland? Yeah. A few weeks ago when Britney Spears shaved her head, it wasn't a cry for help. She finally wanted to answer yes to the question, do the curtains match the rug? The University of New Hampshire announced that due to global warming, their maple industry could disappear by the end of the century. Did you hear that? Terrible. The state of Vermont replied, "Suck it, Granite State." Yeah, take that. To begin spring cleaning, the Chittenden Solid Waste District is helping county residents unload their waste in upcoming roundups. The city of Winooski is set to be evacuated next week. Several computers and digital cameras were stolen recently from local computer store Small Dog Electronics. Did you hear about that? Oh, yeah, terrible thing, terrible thing. Police think the robbery may be the work of several cat burglars. All right, folks, brace yourselves. We have a terrific show for you tonight. We have Greg DeLanty is with us. Yes, we have the music of the Latin group Gua Gua. The cast of the musical and Office Collage will be here. But before we get to all that, it's time to go up to the studio audience and give away a prize, and we do that with Lois the Hot Dog Lady and the word of the week.
If you're coffee, great bands, or you'd like to embellish, we've got a feature you're sure gonna relish. It'll brighten your demeanor. Will it make you feel smart? Or bend your wiener? Come on, let's take a peek. Here's Lois with the word of the week. Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm Tim.
I'm Carolyn.
Carolyn, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
Where are you
Tim.
from, Carolyn?
Shelburne.
From Shelburne. First time at the taping?
Yes.
Will you come back?
Absolutely.
Because you know you're going to win a prize.
I will?
Well, sure. I think we're going to have you win a prize. So you don't know how the game works then?
I don't know.
You don't? Okay, well, we just said the word of the week. We're going to give it to you again in a moment. We're also going to give you two definitions. All you have to do, Carolyn, is pick the correct one. You do that, we have the lovely Miss Jen Jen spin the wheel, and you win whatever is on the prize. Sound fair enough?
Sounds good.
All right, let's give her that word one more time.
Onomatopoeia.
All right, onomatopoeia. Carolyn, is onomatopoeia words that mimic the sounds they describe, like slurp and bang? Or is onomatopoeia Navajo for one who tinkles on himself in the shower?
Number one.
You think it's number one. Is she correct, studio audience? She's absolutely correct. That means Miss Jen Jen, go ahead and spin that wheel. Let's find out from all those sponsors on the board what Carolyn's going to end up with. It could be any number of different prizes that are up there. And let's find out. Great sponsors on there, Carolyn. Let's see where it's going to end up for you. And you have landed on, oh! My goodness, do you know what you have just landed on? You have landed on Periwinkle's Fine Jewelry. You know where they're located, right?
I sure do.
Right here in Burlington, Periwinkle's Fine Jewelry presents this fashion-forward, pear-shaped, as it comes flying in, aquamarine set of beautiful earrings. Can we get a shot of those? I'll hold it nice and tight for you. Look at those beautiful earrings that you're going to be going home with. And plus, we are throwing in this jar of Jed's Maple Mud, which the lovely Miss Jen Jen has here. It's all natural, made right up in the Northeast Kingdom, and it's all yours. Carolyn, thank you very much. Here are your earrings, and be sure to tune in to Timeless Classics WJOY. We'll be right back with more Late Night Saturday right after this. Look at all your stuff. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the show, folks. Hey, to learn more about Late Night Saturday or to request free tickets to attend a taping, of which we only have a few tapings left of our season, you can log on to our website at latenightsaturday.com, or you can just stop by the customer service desk at South Burlington's University Mall, and you can request tickets there. Hey, we always talk about the picture of the week. We wanted to go ahead and put up our next picture of the week, where we've decided to go ahead and showcase some of the staff folks that work here on Late Night Saturday. And the picture that's going up right now is of Wendy Duval. She is our house manager, who's always in the front of the house with the audience that's coming in, as well as Mark Pogat, who is known on the credits as our cue card bitch. That's right, he helps me out. He helps me out immensely. Both are members also of the Late Night Saturday writing team, and I'd like to thank them for all their dedication. Mark and Wendy. And how about this? Any NCAA fans out there? College hoop fans? Wow. Are we glad that Florida took it again? All right. One guy says yes. All right, well, the NCAAs are over for another year, and colleges have already started changing their coaching staffs. In Tuesday's Burlington Free Press, which I have up right here, around the league, some of the changes include this from the Hawkeye State. Iowa hires Butler Liquor. See that right there? Iowa hires Butler Liquor. Right there. I wonder if that job will leave a bad taste in your mouth or something. All right, and Office Collage is an original musical theater piece of work that was written by a very good friend of mine. It reflects the work in the day of the life of some ordinary people who experience an extraordinary day. And in the process, they learn the meaning of life while getting to know each other and themselves a little bit better.
He'd walk around the house, holding her close, singing to her. He tells me he's got a whole choir singing to her in his head. It's really quite effective.
Hush, my baby, gonna sing you a lullaby. Hush, my baby, gonna love you to sing tonight. Hush, my baby, gonna sing you a lullaby. Hush, my baby, gonna love you and hold you tight. Your mama's sleeping and your daddy's tired. You've been up half the night just a crying and a crying, and the moon is shining, but the sun isn't coming. Your mama and your daddy's got to work in the morning. Hush, my baby, gonna sing you a lullaby. Hush, my baby, gonna love you to sleep tonight. Hush, my baby, gonna sing you a lullaby. Hush, my baby, gonna love you and hold you tight. Sleeping angel, daddy's tired, you've been up half the night.
cast of Office Collage. We want to remind you that show is going up April 26th through the 29th at Waterfront Theater right here in Burlington. All proceeds benefit Women Helping Battered Women. For tickets and information, you can log on to their website at www.officecollage.com. Well, we often ask her to come back out on the stage because she's just so darn cute, and we have the lovely Miss Jen Jen out here. She's got a basket of goodies from the University of Mall, but before we pass them out, we want to remind folks, if you have a high school senior who's planning to attend college, University Mall always gives out $5,000 gift certificates every single year. Yep. They will be awarding that $25,000 coming up, and for information, you can go to their customer service desk. But right now, the lovely Miss Jen Jen, because Easter is tomorrow morning, the University Mall is providing gift certificates to every single person here in the studio audience. Yes. So happy Easter, everybody, from the University Mall, and we'll be right back with Greg DeLanty right after this. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the show. Tonight's guest has developed a copious vocabulary and love of metaphors over the years. He is now established not only as a Munster poet and poet of the Irish diaspora, but also as a Vermont poet where he now lives. Please welcome Greg DeLanty.
Very good. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I like the vest.
My wife made this.
She made that?
She makes all my vests.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So always different color,
Tailor.
different patterns?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You don't have the same one all the time, like.
No, you change it up.
We try to look a bit different occasionally.
That a boy. An immigrant from Ireland. When did you come over?
I came about 20 years ago.
20 years ago?
1986.
Yeah.
1986, 87. And I came for a visit, and I'm still here. I love Burlington and Vermont. So, I mean, I wouldn't have stayed generally in America, except that I particularly like this particular area.
Did you?
Scenically and politically, I like it,
Yeah, when you came over, did you come specifically to Burlington, or did you kind of travel around for a while?
Well, I had won an award, and I just had to come to the States and collect the money in a bank in New York, and, the bank was broke after me, but I came up to Burlington as a visiting poet at the University of Vermont, and I'm still here.
And you're still here?
I mean, I met a woman at that particular time who I'm still living with. And
are you married to that particular
woman?
woman?
Yeah, I am. And I have a child now and everything, so.
How old's your child?
6.
6 years, a girl or boy?
Boy.
A boy.
The new book is about the child, actually. They're poems to a child before and after birth.
Oh, no
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
And this is your latest book, the
Yeah.
Ship of...
The Ship of Birth.
The Ship of Birth
Yeah.
is what it's about. I have to ask, because we had such a fun time introducing you tonight, what is Munster poetry and what is Irish diaspora?
Well, Munster poetry is just a province in Ireland. There's 4 of them. And I'm in the south, the Munster is southwest. I mean, it's just a way of categorizing me that people, put down on criticisms, or critical articles. But I'm an Irish poet, I'm an American poet, I'm a Vermont poet, I'm just a poet, or I'm just a person. Do you understand me? I don't like to be categorized, but people need categories really to get a hold on something.
That's an American thing, right?
It kind of is, yeah.
Well, you are, whether you're a poet or not, which obviously you are a poet, you have been recognized recently as the recipient of the Guggenheim Fellowship, which is a tremendous honor for any writer, but also, I understand, very rare for a poet to receive this award. Is that correct?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it is a prestigious award, and it comes for me at a very good time because I could do a little bit of a break, and I need some time to just work on the next book. But they give it to all sorts of people, economists, scientists, but there are a few poets. I think they give it to every year, a few writers. I don't know the numbers now, but it is a good thing to get.
Yeah, and when did you receive this award?
I mean, I was told about 4 or 5 weeks ago, but now it's public since yesterday. I mean, I think it was announced yesterday.
Oh, it was made public yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday, today, I'm not sure.
Congratulations to him, man. That's exciting.
Thank
That's
you.
exciting. So let's talk about this new book, The Ship of Birth. It's about, really, it was inspired by the birth of your child then?
Yeah, it's a book called The Ship of Birth, and it's poems to a child before and after birth.
Okay.
You know, it's fairly very accessible. It's not difficult for anybody. You know, it's not difficult poetry really. You know, it just goes through what I felt like. You know, ideas of the child coming into the world. You know, ideas of spirit and soul, and then how we would manage in a world later on that's after becoming, as we know, a rather difficult world politically, and what we're doing to the world itself environmentally. So those kind of issues came up, you know, one thing led to another, really, so I got a book out of it. So I'm grateful for the child, for a book of poems, as well as the child.
Wonderful. And I understand that you're going to read something for us, too.
Yeah, I'll read the first poem, which is called The Alien, and of course it's the child.
This is, of course, talking about your
Yeah,
child.
yeah. But looking at the ultrasound, you know, and, you know, before, so this is the poem. I'm back again, scrutinizing the Milky Way of your ultrasound, scanning the dark matter, the nothingness, that now the head say is chock-a-block with quarks and squarks, gravitons and gravitini, photons and photinos, or sprout, who art there inside the spacecraft of your ma, the time capsule of this printout, hurling and whirling towards us. It's all daft on this earth, or alien who art in the heavens, or Martian, or little green man. We're anxious to make contact, to ask divers questions about the heavendom you hail from, to discuss the whole shebang of the beginning and end, the pre-Big Bang untime, before you forget the why and lie of thy first place, and our friend to say welcome, that we mean no harm, we'd die for you even, that we pray you're not here to subdue us, that we'd put away our ray guns, missiles, attitude, and share our world with you, little big head, if only you stay. So.
Very nice. From the Ship of Birth, The Aliens, I know that you've got a reading coming up at the McCarthy Arts Center on April 19th at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Greg DeLanty, thank
Very
you
nice.
very much. We'll be right back right after this.
Thank you.
Our musical guest tonight is a Burlington-based Latin jazz ensemble with a unique sound and original compositions. Please welcome Gua Gua. Welcome back to the show, folks. Boy, we had a terrific show. I'd like to thank our musical guest, Gua Gua, and I'd also like to thank Greg DeLanty, our guest, and remind folks he's going to be part of a National Day of Climate Action, April 14th. He'll be joined by Bernie Sanders down at the waterfront at Echo. You can go to their website at stepitupburlington.org. Join us next week for James Colley and Gregory Douglas. Remember to support local artists like the folks you've seen here tonight. We'll see you next time on Late Night Saturday.